Razor company Gillette has sparked controversy and heated up social media with its latest ad campaign.
It addresses topics like toxic masculinity and the Me Too movement. Take a look.
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual
Toxic
harassment.
masculinity.
Is this the best a man can get? Is it? We can't hide from it.
Sexual harassment is taking over.
It's been going on far too long. We can't laugh it off.
The commercial changed Gillette's famous tagline from the best a man can get to the best a man can be. Was it a risk worth taking or a big marketing blunder?
Let's find out from Andy Wallman. He is the president and co-owner of KW2 here in Madison. Welcome back.
Andy, good to see you.
Good to see you, folks. Thanks for having me.
So, what do you think? A blunder or genius?
Boy, it's a big change from when they showed the Gillette razor on a bowling ball or the 19-blade razor, you know, when they were trying new products and things like that. I thought it was a really smart business move. Procter & Gamble owns Gillette. Procter & Gamble's a huge company. Forbes says Gillette's the 27th most valued brand in the world. Gillette owns 6 of the top 10 brands, and guess what? Sales have slid for Gillette for 6 years. Direct-to-consumer brands like Harry's and Dollar Shave Club have been biting them in the bottom line, and so they needed to do something to stand out in the category. So from a business perspective, standing out by taking a stand, like we see big brands do these days, I thought was a smart business move.
So consumers want brands to take a position on big social issues?
Yeah, we've seen this for the last few years. There was a study out yesterday taking consumer sentiment on that ad, the Gillette ad, and despite a lot of negative backlash in media and social media, 61% of the people approved of the ad. But you see that trend going on. And where it's especially salient, Susan, is with younger people. So Gillette, I think, is doing a smart business thing for right now. They're trying to proactively stem sliding sales in a way that'll impact Q1 in 2019. But millennials and Generation Z, they love when a brand takes a stand and has a voice. And a big brand like Gillette, Procter & Gamble, they're going to say, you know what, we're not going to get everybody anyway. That's okay. So Gillette might be making a great investment for maybe 15 years down the line when all these super bearded millennials finally shave and they have to pick what razor they're going to use.
But it was interesting because there wasn't a razor in the entire ad.
Right. Wasn't that interesting? I thought another neat cue that they did in behavior change, which is what they're trying to do here, some behavior change through a razor of all things, showing the desired behavior is good. So they show a dad trying to jump into the tussle with a couple of boys and say, hey, let's not do that. Or they show a guy who's talking to a woman and saying, hey, here's a better way to act. A couple of neat little cues in the ad.
What do you say to the critics who say, you know, you're robbing men of their masculinity here?
I don't know. I don't think they are. I think they're saying, guys, it's cool to be a good guy. It's cool to be a good guy to other guys, and it's cool to be a good guy to other women. You know, a watch brand came out with a sort of a reaction video celebrating men and all the great stuff and hardships that happen with men, and I like that ad too. I think it's true that men do some good things, but you look at 20,000 calls a day to domestic violence hotlines. You look at income inequality. Even on UW campus, 1 in 4 females reporting a sexual abuse or assault. It's, I think, okay for a brand to come out and say guys could maybe do a little bit better.
It's cool to be a good guy. There's nothing wrong with that.
What is the backlash about? What is the backlash position?
I think it's the times we're in. If you're not on the side that takes a stand, you hate that side. You're on the other side. From politics to now brands, we want to sort of be divisive. That sells. It gets our juices going. It gets people on TV talking about ads. You know, you look back at the late 60s when our country was sort of being torn apart in ways, from race things to war, and people were talking about getting along, and now we don't talk about getting along. We talk about being apart. An interesting societal time we're in.
Yeah, it is.
Looking forward to the Super Bowl quickly, CBS has rejected a medical marijuana ad. And that is causing some controversy because marijuana is legal in both states where these teams are based.
Interesting. I think in a lot of those places they're waiting for the FCC and FDA to take, not FCC, but FDA and take a stand and say, well, now we're following FDA rules and stuff. I could see them on a technicality going, we don't want to jump into that one yet.
Well, there's going to be a lot of great Super Bowl ads, and we're going to see you a week from Monday.
Can't wait.
Don't go far.
Can't wait. I will. It's best time of the year for an ad guy.
And it's the best time for us to have the ad guy
Yes,
here.
it is.
And good to see you again, Andy.
Thank you.
See you soon.
See you soon. And we'll be